Hi.
Start with Natalie Anthony.
How does it feel? You achieved the goal you set at the very beginning of the season. We heard it every week. You finally got the game. I am so proud of these young ladies. I am so excited for our program and for this athletic department. I mean, when you establish these goals in the beginning of the year and everything works out the way you've designed it to be, I mean, I'm just so thrilled and glad that we were honored with this.
Coach, obviously, you've got Iowa State again in the regionals. What's that matchup going to be like? Obviously, you guys split the regular season series. What are you guys looking at for that game, and then the other games as well against two teams you haven't played?
I mean, the biggest thing is we got to focus right now on UIC, making sure that we take care of the little things. We can't look past UIC. I know they're a very strong team. I know their head coach really well. I've been friends with her for 20 years. So I know that they're going to be prepared. So we have to make sure that we just really focus on Mizzou softball. I think it's great that we've played Iowa State before, so there's going to be some familiarity, but at the same time, they've already been in our house. So they're not going to be, caught off guard with the facility or the atmosphere, being in an NCAA regional because they've been here. So we have to really respect that. And especially the fact that they beat us before. So we're going to make sure that we are very well prepared, starting the scouting reports tonight and making sure that we prepare the team the best that we possibly can. I'm just so excited that they're going to be able to stay home.
Dave.
Larissa, in some of the photos that we saw on social media and the video reaction, it looked like a mixture of joy and surprise on the players' faces that there was the 8th seed. But Kayla just now talked about deserving this number 8 seed and the fact that she wasn't expecting it, but she wasn't surprised by it. What's it been like building this team back up to that point where they can have that, and it's not just winning on the field, but there's off the field stuff that goes into that too?
It's one of those where finally we're rewarded for our success. It's been a grind for the last 3-4 years for these players. The 3 years that I've been here. First year we get sent out to UCLA, who goes on to win the national championship. Before that they get sent to Oregon. So they've had some tough draws, and now to be able to be rewarded and to bring this back home, and the number of texts that I've gotten from alumni that I did not coach that are so excited that this regional is going to be back in Columbia. It's one of those where you just want to say thank you. Thank you for everyone recognizing how hard these kids have worked, the success that we've had on the field. And I've always known in all the committees that I've sat on, the NCAA wants the best teams that are playing the best at the end of the season to be rewarded. And we are playing some of our best ball right now, and it's just going to carry over into the playoffs. And I'm proud and just really glad that they were recognized for doing what they've done all year long.
Larissa, I'm sure you were hopeful, but were you surprised with the top 8 seed as you're doing the math and just kind of figuring out over the last 48 hours or so how it could turn out?
I woke up this morning and I saw our RPI was 12. And so that was a big jump. So then I'm trying to figure out, okay, we're 12. What did everyone else do that was ahead of us? And I knew we were kind of on the borderline. I did see in one of the polls that someone had picked us to be a 7 seed. And I was like, there's no shot we're a 7 seed. But I thought we were close. You never know what people are thinking, but realistically, I was thinking maybe 10 through 12. But when I saw that it popped up that we were 8 seed and you couldn't see the team before, but everyone was sitting there like this with their fingers crossed when they brought up the 8 seed bracket. And I mean, just so excited to be able to celebrate that, knowing, I mean, that's really what we set out to do, to put ourselves in a position that we could be able to host a super regional.
Derek and Colin.
Larissa, kind of a two-parter for you. First off, in your time at Hofstra, did you guys ever host a regional on Long Island or no?
We hosted 3, but it was before they seeded the top 16. We hosted in 06, 07, and 08. Had the Power 5 schools that came in were Baylor, Arizona, after they were defending national champs, in Arizona State. So we were not a top 16 seed. So it was very different back then.
Well, I guess you remember it pretty well. It would matter something to you. But I guess to be not only number 8 seed, but now to be the host team, expectation, just how do you kind of deal with the confidence and the reward of what you guys have done, but realize that 2 losses and you're still done? How do you kind of manage those 2 things back to back?
It's creating the routine. I mean, the great thing, graduation was today. So really it's all about softball right now and preparing them. We have such a great home game routine, and we're just going to continue to stay in that routine. What we're going to have to be able to navigate through is some of the facility situations where our locker room is not going to be available to our team. So being able to accommodate some of those things and getting them comfortable being in a different facility, by staying within the same NCAA protocols, and that's going to start tomorrow. And then also making sure that we treat it the same way we've done on the road with some early hitting and, a lot of smaller groups and curfew and those types of things, so they don't get caught up and distracted by some of the outside things that you can have at home.
Yeah, Larissa, I know Kayla had said that she has memories of her freshman spring or fall practicing on the old U field. And for some of those other older players like Brooke and like Hattie, the program they signed up for wasn't necessarily the one they got the past couple of years, just in terms of postseason success. What does it mean for them to be able to get back to this point and hosting a regional?
Something that we talk about within our program is leaving your legacy. And years from now, people are going to be talking about this year's team, and they're going to be talking about the names you just mentioned with Kayla and Brooke and Hattie and the legacy that they left. The big thing is that they're putting their year, they're putting 2021 up on the outfield wall. So for generations to come, they're always going to remember this year and the success that these players have had, and really what they've done and how they've been a huge part in turning this program around and getting it back to where it belongs. And they would like nothing better to put up a super regional year on that outfield wall. I mean, that's something that would last a lifetime, and obviously the College World Series logo. But they continue to mentor these younger players, and I'm just so proud, and I'm happy for them that they're able to really enjoy this moment, and all their hard work has really paid off.
From a fan base perspective, obviously such a supportive fan base. They welcomed you back with posters yesterday. What does it mean to you to bring this type of game back to Columbia?
I mean, it's huge. And I've said this story before, but I can remember in 2013 when I was coaching at Hofstra, Hofstra came out and played Mizzou in regionals, and it was at the old U field. And I remember how the fans made me feel as an opposing coach, and the support that they had for their Tigers. And when Mizzou eliminated Hofstra and our season was over, how they stayed in the stands and gave us a standing ovation as we walked off. Like, they love softball. They love the Mizzou Tigers. They love this program. And to be able to play in front of them and give them this reward after as hard as it's been on our team, it's been hard for our fans too. I mean, they want us to win, and now we're able to give them a little bit reward for their loyalty and their dedication to us.
Yeah, Coach, 2019 was pretty successful for you guys, given the opponent that you were put up against. But as a coach, do you rely on any of that past postseason experience, or because it's been almost 2 years since anyone has been in this situation, it's just kind of a clean slate for everybody?
Twofold. I mean, our upperclassmen were there, so they've experienced it. But at the same time, we know what we've done this year, and especially the success that we've had the last few weeks, that they know any team in our regional could beat us, and we have to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves so we don't take anyone lightly. But at the same time, nothing takes the place of experience, and having those core players that are in our lineup be there before, I mean, they're just going to help our younger players that haven't been here.
What's the confidence level like knowing you said it yourself, you just played a College World Series caliber game. So what's the confidence level like for you guys, even though, you did lose that game, but it's still a College World Series caliber game?
They feel so good about themselves right now and how well they're playing, that almost like they're invincible. Like, they are so confident. They cannot wait to go out and play. I mean, the excitement in seeing that they're hosting, this excitement that they're a top 8 seed, and then seeing what our bracket lays up, and then that we would potentially meet a SEC foe in super regionals. I mean, who we just took 2 or 3 from. I mean, they're very, very confident, which is great. I mean, they're not going to be intimidated by anybody, because like you just said, we just played in a World Series matchup against Florida.
Any more questions for Coach?
Thank you.